Just wanted to do a quick little greenhouse tour out at the Hobart Food Forest. This is roughly, say, 12 by 24 feet or so. And we have it all set up on drip irrigation, and we don't have roll-up sides per se. I'm just using this little clamps to either keep the plastic up or keep it down. I'm trying to keep it a little warmer in here right now because I just transplanted some sweet potato slips, and I mean, it looks like this one's doing pretty decent. I think it's going to take a while for them to get adjusted, especially until it starts to warm up. It's still getting into the 40s at night, and it's noticeably warmer in here. I just have the door open. So obviously we got a lot of tomatoes here. These are all sun golds. One of them got kind of munched on. I had to take it out. I'll probably put another one back in there. And then more sweet potatoes. As you can see, what is that one? Juliet. So a paste tomato to make sauce with. And then we got some, so two varieties of sweet potatoes, OG Covington, or I should say, is it Mahon OG and Covington OG, or vice versa? Anyways, there's two varieties of sweet potatoes. You see them there. And of course, ooh, that one looks pretty happy, doesn't it? I'm almost tempted to maybe cut those off. We'll see. That one looks nice and happy too. Very exciting, very exciting. And these are getting watered right now, actually. And some random potatoes coming up. Trying to get as much wood chips and cardboard down just to keep the weeds away. And then what are these? Yeah, so that's where this is all sun golds there, because it's my favorite. Family really likes it a lot too. Just tastes so good. Just little bright orange cherry tomatoes. Just, and the flavor is just incredible. We also had some, black Krim, I believe. And these are all tomatoes I started from seed. I got the seed, getting rid of this lettuce that's just getting munched on because it attracts the slug. These are all seeds I started from Johnny's. They have a pretty decent selection. That's sorry, I just forgot to turn off this on one of the drip tapes. Then we also have some, indigo. That's Juliet. But we have some indigo cherry drops here somewhere, and I'll obviously know when they ripen up because I know what they look like. This dark indigo or purplish tomato, a little bit bigger than a cherry, just has really good flavor. So again, tomatoes, sweet potatoes, and a couple of overwintering kale. I might leave one of these in here just to have this dino kale seed to save, but I mean, it's the greens in here right now, especially this variety in particular, just look amazing. Check that out. So this was all had overwintered kale in it, and this year I'd like to obviously do more greens, maybe try spinach, and also want to definitely have some overwintered carrots because I think that would be awesome just to be able to come out here and pick them when needed. So 4 varieties of tomatoes, roughly 30. One got eaten, have a lot more starts to replace it with, so that will get filled in. And I'm tempted to maybe try to put some cucumbers here. Could probably fit one right there, or tomato. Same with when this goes out. But anyways, just some ideas. And then some of the sweet potato slips here. A whole bunch of them. Got a little onion action there. 2 varieties of sweet potatoes. I planted them about a foot apart. I just amended the soil with compost, and then part of the bed got alfalfa meal till I ran out. 2 organic sources of, fertilizer that I like to use. Pick that off because it didn't look it's definitely still alive, so we'll see. I mean, I'd be happy if I just got a decent, a moderate amount of sweet potatoes, and then just further, adapt, next year and try to do better. A little bit of blank soil there. I just put some extra compost I had from planting the sweet potatoes on top. I was going to plant cucumbers into that. But you just see how much compost just absorbs, moisture. That's why sometimes we'll have to mix it in, otherwise it just seems like it gets so dry. I had lettuce under here a little bit ago, and then the slugs got them, but I did get a decent amount from it. More sweet potatoes. Again, this kale overwintered. And the third bed. One thing I wish we had done different with this greenhouse would have been to make it taller on the sides. It's decently high here, probably, I don't know, it's maybe 7.5 feet, something like that. It's decently tall, but on the sides, you could see, it'd be nice if it had a steeper arch to it, so we could have used that space more, but I just kind of kept it as a walkway. Kind of same on the other side as well, and then this bed in the middle is a little smaller. And then a bunch of different varieties of garlic. Probably won't have a whole bed dedicated in the greenhouse next year. Just the garlic, maybe a half of a bed or a fourth or a third or something, just because it's a lot of space that I could have used for other stuff. But anyways, just a bunch of different varieties that I saved from garlic we grew last year, and I forgot to label them, which honestly I don't particularly care. If we find ones that we think taste good, we might maybe save those more. And then so probably a good 100+ pieces of garlic there. And then I have some sweet potatoes planted on the outside this edge. Oops. Almost all the way down until it gets too small. So decent amount of food packed in here. I just wanted to try sweet. It's a pretty easy way to trellis them, growing that way. So, and then these will come out soon and probably be replaced with cucumbers, because I already got a lot of tomatoes in here, no cucumbers. To see what I want to put there when they're done. It depends when exactly they get done, but they're quite ahead of schedule compared to where they were this time last year, because we've had a much more mild winter. See, they're already starting to form scapes, which I think is where you can get the garlic seed from, right? You let it get big and dry, I think, maybe, could be wrong. But these are all looking good, and just have to figure out what I want to plant there. Again, it depends when. If it's later in the year, say August, maybe try to get some carrots to germinate, because, well, carrots, or maybe some other type of like greens for the winter, or honestly, those could probably be planted in here in September. Maybe like a quick crop of radishes. I don't know. We'll see. So just a quick tour. We got a little bee pollinating this kale. Just a quick tour of the greenhouse out at the Hobart Food Forest. Peace. Much love. Because I wanted to, try to grow sweet potatoes in here, because I wanted to set them up for success, and I also just be really awesome to get decent at growing them here in our climate, because they would be an amazing staple crop. They don't really require a lot of nutrition from the soil, and they're calorically dense, they're nutritionally dense. I mean, if you got a majority of your calories from sweet potatoes, you would have a lot of your nutritional needs met. I should say, because they are so nutrient dense. So hopefully I think we will get some, unless all of these die. I think we will at least get a little bit, because this is going to create a nice little microclimate in here for them. Sweet potatoes need about 4 frost-free months, I believe it is, and it's May 23rd right now. And like I said, it's still getting down to the 40s at night, and this keeps it a good 5-10 degrees warmer in here, especially if I've been keeping the door shut during the day, just having that open for ventilation. And I think they'll do decent. And I'm just deciding whether I want to just leave this as strict sweet potatoes, or if I want to try to throw some cucumbers in between them. You obviously would probably get bigger yields if you just left it like that, but I really like growing cucumbers up these strings. That's what we do with the tomatoes as well. It's pretty easy.